What is up, gamers? Staxwell is back at it again today with another market watch. I can't overstate how hype everyone is for Part the Mistveil. Particularly for new for some reason. People seem to be a huge fan of that hero, and the market is definitely reflecting it. Quite a few assassin spikes I want to talk about. And not only that, but the Star City Games bundles that I was telling you guys about, what was it, last week or the week before? They're out. They're completely out. No more cold foil slither tokens. I know what you guys are thinking, Stacks. I still want Part the Mistveil sealed product. Where do I go? And I would point you to Realm Games. They have a sale on boxes right now. Cheapest boxes that they have is $105. And I know what you're thinking, Stacks, I'm not paying $105 a box. You're crazy. You're supposed to be the market man. You're supposed to know that. And I agree with you. But if we go to checkout here and put in discount code Staxwell, as you can see, it goes down to $85 a box. And which is actually a few bucks cheaper than the cheapest copies or the cheapest boxes on TCG Player. So it's actually a pretty good deal. And then not only that, you're getting from a reputable source, Realm Games. Great guys. And, they're not going to be sniffing those boxes out for the gold packs. And they're not going to be breaking up cases. They're not going to give you loose boxes that didn't come. They're not going to be like mapping cases and giving you mapped boxes or anything, which I'm always worried about buying boxes from TCG Player. I'm always like, did they like get a hit from a different box and just post this loose box? I don't know. Maybe it's an irrational thing, but I'm always worried about that. Anyway, I don't want to waste any more time. Let's go ahead and jump into the video here. Radback Shroud, the extended art, has all but disappeared from the market. Cheapest copy is $300, surprisingly. I haven't seen it in a lot of builds, just in like my preliminary Talishar testing, but I do think it could be good. The ability to stack an attack reaction on your chess piece, being able to fulfill the 3 attack reaction clause of bonds and things like that. I think it could be good, but I definitely wouldn't be grabbing the extended art for this price tag unless I was just an avid collector of the set. I would go for like the rainbow foil redback or something first, right? Snag, cheapest copy on the market is $10, and the cheapest rainbow foil unlimited is $16. And there's only one, and it jumps to 22. And this is obviously going up because of the popularity of new. People are not only trying to build new, but trying to look for ways to counter new. I would wait for it to cool off a little bit before picking up my copies. Shimmers of Silver has calmed down a lot since we last talked about it. The cheapest copy on the market is now $19, $20, somewhere around there, which is a lot lower. It was like 30 last week. So it's good to see this stuff coming down. I think the rainbow foils are still just absolutely crazy. Yeah, cheapest rainbow foils are 30s. Head Leads Tails, cheapest copy on the market is like $5-ish, but the rainbow foils have almost completely disappeared. This damaged one up here for $5, and then the rainbow foils jump to like $13, $14 each, which is kind of insane. People are just cooking with the Crouching Tiger builds. Head Leads Tail seems very strong in there, especially because of the way his cost curve works out. You kind of want to pitch a blue every turn, and his weapon costs 2, so you almost want a 1 cost card every turn. And Head Leads Tail, it's not only gives you like that 1 cost curve fill, but also buffs all your Crouching Tigers for the turn. It's just a perfect slot in Zen. I like it a lot. Vambrance, we talked about this last week. Cheapest copy on the market is $19, but the cold foil is just going crazy. Cheapest cold foil on the market is $60, of which there's only 3 copies up here, and then it jumps to $72, and then it jumps to $85. So the cold foil Vambrances are just totally disappearing here. Leave No Witnesses keeps creeping up as well. Cheapest copy on the market is $12.50, whereas the cheapest rainbow foil on the market has come down a bit, actually. It's about $18, $19, so you get a playset for $20 each. I think if you're going to get it, it's well worth it to get the rainbow foil. Leave No Witnesses has kind of proven herself to be good in every assassin. I imagine every assassin moving forward will be playing Leave No Witnesses, a staple of the class. So if you're a big fan of the class, I highly recommend getting a playset of foils. People are just cooking with new. All of the assassin cards are just creeping up. Phoenix Form, the extended art, has come back down to earth. The other day, it got bought out to like $30, $35 for no explainably good reason. Cheapest copy on the market is now $19 again. I still think without new Phi support, this is probably even still overpriced. And I would wait even longer for it to fall more if I was you. Blood Rush Bellow. This card is rainbow foil specifically has come down a lot. The cheapest copy on the market is only $15. I think that's insane for how good of a card Blood Rush Bellow is. It's just so integral to that class. Brute's going to be playing it forever, and for only $15 for a Majestic from Welcome to Wraith. I think it's a fantastic pickup. Sonata Galaxia has been creeping up a little bit. I feel like every time I check on this card, it's like 50 cents to $1 higher than it was the previous time. Yeah, it's like $8 or $9 for the cheapest copy on the market right now. Probably because people are just cooking with Vin sets, trying to make that new expansion slot card work. Codex of Bloodrot, cheapest copy on the market is, there's one up here for $6.60, and then there's jump straight up to $8. I think this card's actually kind of a good side deck card for anyone that could play it, just because giving Enigma a Bloodrot Pox seems very strong. Being able to pop all the ward at the end of her turn with the Bloodrot, activating this card just kind of says like you have to keep it blue if you want to keep your ward around. Another new card here, Codex of Frailty. Obviously, the other assassins and rangers could play it, but it's going crazy probably because of new. Cheapest copy on the market is $82, then $85, then $90. Like, it just keeps going crazier and crazier. There's not even a lot of copies left on the market. I'm curious on the rainbow foil. Rainbow foil is about the same as the non-rainbow foil, so you might as well get the rainbows. Nerve Scalpel. The cheapest cold foil on the market is $110, and I know what you're thinking, Stax. No one bought one for $110. Yes, they did. Yes, they did. 3 days ago, they sure did. So yeah, cheapest cold foil Nerve Scalpel, $110. I think the other hand has one up there for $80, but either way, Nerve Scalpel is just going totally crazy right now. Makes sense. New is still going to be playing Flick Knives Nerve Scalpel. That combo is just kind of it's just a very powerful combo. Every assassin is going to be playing it for quite some time, I imagine. It's not like you ever need both your daggers. So yeah, having one to flick is always good. Blasphemous, the Soul Harvester, is kind of disappearing for some reason. Cheapest copy on the market is $115 for the cold foil. The rainbow foils are still very cheap, so if you want to bling out your Blasphemous, I just recommend getting a rainbow foil. But that new Levia card has people getting pretty hype about the class. Haze Bending, this card's proven to be very good in Enigma. I think she'll be playing it almost no matter what. Like, I could see her cutting shimmers. I could see a world where that's a possibility. I don't really think so, but Haze Bending is like very, very standout. This card seems very, very good in Enigma, and yeah, I imagine she'll always play 3 of this card. I could see her cutting the other stuff, but this one seems like very core, very integral to the hero. Cheapest copy on the market is $24. I think it's kind of a steal because Prism's always playing this card as well. Yeah, I think it's a good pickup. Moving Constellas. We know that there is a fabled all arcane set coming in the pipeline at some point. It's been teased time and time again by the creators of the game. And obviously that all arcane set, I won't say obviously because it's not guaranteed, but it's pretty safe to assume there's going to be a wizard in there. And in an all arcane set with a wizard, then you're definitely going to want Alluvian Constellas. Alluvian Constellas has been a wizard side deck piece forever. So long as there's wizards in the game, there will be Alluvian Constellas in the game. So if you have any interest in the class, I definitely recommend picking up Alluvian Constellas. It's very cheap right now because there's only Kano, right? That's really the only time you could play this card is in a Kano mirror. So it's like a niche deck, and then you have to have a mirror match with the niche deck, right? So not too many spots you could actually play this card right now. But I imagine in the future, they'll have more and more wizards, maybe that aren't so combo based, right? Maybe it'll be more like an Icelander style wizard. I remember in Icelander, I used to play this against the Rune Blades. So yeah, I imagine the popularity of this is only going to go up when more wizards get introduced. Cheapest copy on the market's only $11. Cheapest cold foil on the market's also dirt cheap at only $26. I think this card is probably the biggest steal on the market. It's going to take a little while for it to pay off, right? We have to wait for a wizard to come out. I think it's a fantastic pickup. I think all the wizard cards are. Metacarpus Nodes, cheapest copy on the market is $6.50. I'll say all the same things about Nodes as I said about Alluvian. Nodes is just always played though, right? Kano's always playing Nodes. This card's kind of cracked. Icelander always plays Nodes. It's just a good card, a good wizard card. It's hard to imagine them printing a arm slot that's better, and even if they do, you'll still be playing Nodes because it has Arcane Barrier 1, right? So they need to print a better arm slot that also has Arcane Barrier for the mirror. Big ask. I think Metacarpus Nodes is pretty safe moving forward. Cheapest copy on the market is only $6. Storm Striders also ain't gonna get any cheaper, so don't wait for the wizard to come out before picking up your Storm Striders. Cheapest copy on the market is $72, but the white border, I wish I had it pulled up ahead of time here, is only $57. So if you're looking to save a little bit of money but still want to be prepared, white border is a fantastic alternative. Titan's Fist, I think this card's kind of insane because if you think about it, it's not a signature weapon, right? So if you look at something like the Teklo Plasma Pistol or Centauri Sabers or Mandible Claw, you could get those cold foil, but you're like, at the end of the day, it's going to feel bad because those cards are going to LL, right? They're going to be gone with Kasai. Once KO LL's Claw will be gone. Titan's Fist is no one's signature hero as of yet, so it's safe to assume that every Guardian Forever is going to be playing Titan's Fist. They didn't really hold back punches when they printed heavy hitters, so if they were interested in making another 4-attack hammer, they had a perfect opportunity, right? They could have gave Betsy a weapon. It didn't seem like they wanted to power creep Titan's Fist, right? Because they gave us High Riser, and they could have also made Titan's Fist Betsy's signature weapon, but they didn't. I think Titan's Fist is pretty safe moving forward from any like living legends or anything like that. And I also think that it's kind of integral to the class. Every Guardian Forever is going to be playing Titan's Fist. Like in Victor, I don't even play Miller's Grindstone. I just play Titan's Fist instead. Yeah, it's a good pickup. Only $22. I mean, Bravo plays this card too sometimes when he wants to have a shield. Like every Guardian's gonna be playing this. I think for only $20. If you have any interest in the Guardian class, it's worth picking up. And there's only like 8 copies left on the market. Civic Steps, this card has come down a lot, which is weird because the total number of like listers is down too, right? So I remember last time I talked about this card, I think there was like 25 sellers, and it was also like right around $25. Now there's only 16 sellers, and it's down to $10. I don't know if it's because of the rainbow full of Civic Steps, or if people are just kind of moved on, right? It's like the Toy Story meme. They're dropping their old toys, and they only want to play with the new ones. So they're not as interested in the heavy hitters heroes, and they're more interested in the part the Misvale stuff. So if you had been waiting on a Civic Steps, again, I'll say all the same stuff about Civic Steps as I said about Titan's Fist. Seems pretty core, seems like a core piece of the Guardian identity. I imagine they'd be playing this card until it gets power crept, which I imagine would take a while. Spirit of Arena, cheapest copy on the market, is only $5.75 for a legendary. We all know we're getting that Bolton Structure deck, or the Bolton CC Armory deck, whatever you want to call it, in the near future. And if it's going anything like the KO Armory deck, you know there ain't going to be any reprints in it. No meaningful reprints anyway. So I would count on Spirit of Arena to be safe from any potential reprints. And yeah, probably a good card too. The new helmet seems good, particularly in like a combo-based Bolton. And Spirit of Arena also complements the combo-based Bolton. So if that card becomes meta, or if that deck becomes meta, Spirit of Arena, I imagine, shoots up. So for $5, pretty good investment, I think. Cheapest cold full on the market is only $15. Wow, you know what? Because this is only $15, I'm going to say the Rainbow's a bad pickup because the cold full is just such a good pickup. No, all jokes aside, either one is good. Yeah, definitely want to be prepared for when that Bolton deck drops. And once again, I want to give a huge shout out to the Realm Games for sponsoring the video. Yeah, go ahead, pick up your boxes from them. Again, promo code Staxwell. I will have the link to all of this in the description below, as well as the promo code. That is all I've got for you guys today. Thank you so much for watching. Later, gamers.